Thomas, how's the first 2 days been for you?
It's been awesome. It's been a blessing. Great experience, dreams come true. Just being able to be around, guys with like mind and like-minded set of goals, and just want to be, great and push themselves every day. So it's been good.
How much different is it offensively? When you come in here from a college type system, obviously he has NFL roots, but to come here and sort of see what the playbook looks like and see what you have to sort of absorb.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I was pretty, I got a lot of help from Rule, honestly. Kind of like you said, NFL roots, but when he came to Nebraska, he bring a lot of very similar things, in terms of like just the formations and how they family things up, stuff like that. And, we didn't do one-word play calls. It was long, wordy play calls, a lot of verbiage in the offense. So just being able to kind of compartmentalize a lot of the things with Rule's offense has helped definitely with this one.
How close right now do you feel? Do you feel more like yourself as a football player as opposed to when you first came into college to where you're now physically?
Oh, absolutely. Just in terms, even mentally, being able to, play the game fast. When you go to college, it feels like, every level before that was pointless. Just in terms of the speed of the game and kind of like I talked about, like the verbiage and just how fast, everything has to be and how fast you have to process things. It's a bang bang game. It has to be quick and everything has to process through your mind quick. So yeah, definitely feel at where I should be with 4 years of experience, and then coming in here, obviously I have to adapt and kind of learn all over again and learn from the older guys and stuff. So.
How difficult was it to persevere through your injuries?
As any injury, it's definitely difficult, but I've always said this from college, and I wouldn't take them back. I think that they've made me, who I am mentally and physically, and it made me train harder in terms of just physically. And being able to get back better than I was before. So that's always the kind of goal that I had when it came from getting back from the injuries.
I probably should know this, but it was one and then the same one again?
Yep.
And how far apart were those two?
A little over a year.
One is pretty devastating for a player, even though there is a road back. Was the second one, did you question anything? Did you kind of, the road back again for a second time? That had been very difficult.
Absolutely, it was difficult, but in my mind, I have a very close, tight family with a lot of support and good friend group. But I knew I made it through the first one, came back strong, fast, and explosive. So I knew I could do the second one even better. I almost had some experience, unfortunately, in a way, but just kind of knowing what to do and what it takes, helped me push myself and get back to where I wanted to be.
When you're out there, do you ever think about it?
No, absolutely not.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
We saw you out there with Scadaboo and Abdul out there. Just what are your first impressions being around those two guys?
Yeah, kind of as I touched on before, honestly, very, very like-minded. I spent a lot of time with Scadaboo, just going over plays and stuff, and Jackson, and, very like-minded, hard-headed, tough individual. So I feel like, we get along really well because of that. And then, obviously, Abdul, he is who he is. He's as advertised. He's tough, strong, great technique. He's going to be a freak athlete. So just being around guys is going to be able to push me and push them as well. It's just great and helps the team.
Is there any meaning behind the tattoos? It's pretty serious.
Yes, I got a meaning on all of them. It'd take probably a while to explain some of them, but yeah, no, I got a meaning on a lot of them.
How many of them did you do yourself?
Really just some of my leg, my knee and stuff.
Was that hard?
It was hard just because, it hurts doing it to yourself. You can't really tell artists no, but when you're doing it, you have control. So just, just being able to get through it, I guess.
What made you want to tattoo yourself?
I don't know. I really don't. I wanted number 24. It means something to me and my family, so I just, why not the knee? There was an empty space there. Got bored one day, and I told myself I wouldn't do it until I got pretty good. So.
Is that something you want to do after football?
Oh, maybe down the road. It'd be something, it'd be awesome to, get into, and but right now, obviously, just focusing on football. I don't have time for tattoos really anymore.
What made you interested in playing
Joys.
Sorry.
Sorry. What made you interested in just learning tattoo? I heard you yourself talking that. What made you interested in it?
Yeah, during COVID, kind of got bored. Once I got done training and stuff like that, we couldn't do anything. I'd go train and lift at like 7, 8 a.m., get done at probably 10, have all day, everything's closed, it was winter. So I was like, I gotta do something. So I just kind of picked up how to tattoo.
Did you watch on YouTube?
Yeah, no, I definitely watched on YouTube, kind of just how to do it, it's like depth, needles, and how not to get someone, take the arm taken off because of an infection or something. So just
Art in
Take a
general.
few more.
Is art in general something that's a passion of yours? Like, did you draw as a kid or anything like that?
no, not at all, honestly. Just kind of got bored one day.
Did you attack other friends as a kid with a needle or something? No.
No. I just, I'm the type of person that anything I like to start. If I want to start something, I'm gonna do it till I'm good at it or till I'm great at it, and I don't want to just start and not finish something. So that's kind of how I look at things. And if I was gonna start it, I was gonna get good at it, and so try to get good at it.
What parallels did you draw from doing that to football? Were you able to take some of those lessons and disciplines and apply to the game?
I don't really, but I could make some, I guess, in terms of like patience, and you don't want to rush. You don't want to rush things. If you rush a tattoo, it's not going to be, what you want it to be. But if you take your time and do it well, then you're going to get what you want out of it. So just being able to have patience and take your time and let it kind of fall into place, I think.